So I wanted to touch a little bit on how I store my jumpers. I use these fab storage bags. These ones happen to be from Total Wardrobe Care. I like them because they have the view panel, but you can see inside them, see exactly what you've got. I'm just doing this because the fragrance that's coming out of them, where I've put the moth protection in there, just smells absolutely divine. So these are my wool jumpers. This is a vintage one that I managed to get on eBay, another eBay find for me, and it was one that I was so thrilled to get. And this one is a Zara jumper. The reason that I leave them in here all year round is these are favourites of mine. I know that if I leave them out on the shelf, then where I live, I'm surrounded by trees, I'm probably going to get a little bit of moth damage, and it's something that I want to avoid at all costs. So I keep them folded up and keep them in these bags, but I thought I'd grab them all out today just to show you how I fold my jumpers. So these are kind of tonally those colours. These two are just a little bit random and they just fitted in the bag. So it's a really personal thing, and it's what makes you happy. I mean, I do like to see the colours coordinating, but also these are kind of a similar thickness as well. These are what I would wear on really, really cold days. You know, these are probably ones that I may not wear. You know, I'd overheat in this, for instance, if I had a jacket on. So this is the kind of thing I'd wear with a gilet. This is just like roasty toasty, I can't even tell you. But I bought it because it was so vibrant. So I lay down the jumper, just lay it down flat. You've probably seen this done in lots of shops. You fold in the two sides. A good way to kind of make it work, and again, this depends on what space you have. If you use the shoulder seam to meet the neck seam there, obviously this varies from jumper to jumper, but that is kind of a pretty good rule. If we take your bag, I can see that that's now too wide for the bag, right? So I will bring that in and bring that one in, and all of a sudden that's going to fit, right? So again, it depends on what you're storing in. So I put that down like that. That one should have gone over there, but look, there we go. And just that. And that's like a pretty good fold. If you don't have that much space, you want less depth, you can do them like this, and like that. It really depends on where you want to put them, what you want to put them in, or what shelf and what shelf depth that you've got. But that fits in there really nicely. And I'll do the same with this. Again, this is a really bulky one, so I know that I won't be able to fold it like the first method. This one definitely will have to go like this. Just tuck that in like that, and I'll just fold that neck in down there. And again, they're topped and tailed, so you're putting, it's a bit like storing a pair of shoes together. You wouldn't put your heels together if you were going like that. You'd always do that. I hope that makes sense. And then just zip them into bed. So there they are. I can see exactly what I've got. My favourite jumpers. So these go on a shelf. They're all stored like this. I've got about 6 of these bags, and I have various thickness jumpers to put scarves in. So my cashmere is definitely in this all year round, and as are my wool scarves, because that's what moths like to eat the most, is wool. Also, all of these have been laundered before they went away at the end of the season last year. If you don't want to wash them, because you know washing is quite a big thing, it's like a day's work practically, you feel like you're the scullery maid, you can buy a dry cleaning thing that will go into your tumble dryer, and you can get that off of Amazon or eBay, sell them, and basically you just pop them into your tumble dryer for about 15 minutes and it refreshes them, and that's all you need to do. The key things that you're trying to do is to get rid of any keratin, which is like hair or pet hair from your garments, also any food splashes. So even if you think you've been super careful when you've been eating your food, I can guarantee you there will be some food residue that will have gone on your top, and that is what they like to start eating first. When they finish with that, then they start on the fibres of your garments, which is where you get the holes. Pesky moths.